Hello, Zenith women, and welcome to the channel. They don't walk into a room to take sides. They walk in to change the game entirely. In a world obsessed with labels and hierarchies, there's one archetype that refuses to fit neatly into the puzzle, the Sigma female. She doesn't compete for attention, doesn't play by the rules, and absolutely doesn't ask for permission. Instead, she rewrites the script, often leaving others wondering how she pulled it off. Here's an intriguing fact. Studies have shown that people who operate outside traditional social hierarchies are often the most effective leaders. Why? Because they aren't tethered by the need to conform or impress. They move differently. And that's the Sigma female in a nutshell. She doesn't just sit at the table, she builds a better one. She doesn't need to be loud to be noticed. Her presence alone is disruptive enough to make even the loudest voices pause. Some might call her intimidating, but really she's just allergic to mediocrity. Think of her as the plot twist in a story you thought you had figured out. Unpredictable, intriguing, and impossible to ignore. If you've ever seen someone quietly take over a chaotic situation like it was child's play, chances are you've witnessed the Sigma female at work. Buckle up, because this isn't about taking part. It's about taking over. And she does it with style, precision, and just enough sass to keep things interesting. Number 1. They don't fit in because they outgrow. Sigma females don't fit in because they're constantly outgrowing the spaces they find themselves in. It's not rebellion or arrogance, it's evolution. When most people settle into their roles or environments, content with blending in, the Sigma female is already assessing the next step. She doesn't stick around for comfort or familiarity. She thrives on challenge and progress. Conforming to a group or system would mean stalling her growth, and for her, stagnation is the ultimate failure. What sets her apart is her relentless pursuit of self-improvement. She doesn't measure herself against others. She measures herself against who she was yesterday. This mindset naturally causes friction with groups that value sameness over individuality. While others cling to norms to feel secure, the Sigma female is busy dismantling them. She sees potential where others see limits, and her unwillingness to accept this is how it's always been done often leaves her standing alone. But this isn't loneliness, it's freedom. When you're not tethered to the need for approval, you can move faster, think clearer, and aim higher. While others are busy trying to fit into a mold, she's busy outgrowing it. This is why she seems distant or elusive. She's always on to the next challenge, the next version of herself, the next opportunity to expand. The irony is the very spaces she outgrows often end up shaped by her. She might not stick around to reap the rewards, but her influence lingers. Sigma females don't fit in because they're architects of their own world, and staying in one place too long would mean stifling their potential. They don't reject the world around them, they simply refuse to let it define them. Number 2. They're always 3 steps ahead. Sigma females have an uncanny ability to stay ahead of the curve. They don't just live in the present, they analyze patterns, anticipate trends, and predict outcomes before others even realize there's a game being played. This isn't luck, it's strategy. They observe people closely, pay attention to details most overlook, and connect dots that others can't even see. By the time someone reacts, a Sigma female has already prepared for the next 3 possibilities. This forward-thinking nature stems from their innate independence and critical thinking. Unlike those who rely on group consensus or external validation, Sigma females trust their own judgment. They don't waste time second-guessing their decisions or waiting for permission. They act decisively, often long before others even recognize there's a decision to be made. This gives them a massive advantage in any setting, whether it's a career move, a personal goal, or navigating complex social dynamics. While others are busy reacting, she's already creating. She doesn't wait for opportunities to fall into her lap. She positions herself exactly where she needs to be when the opportunity arises. This foresight can feel almost intimidating to those around her. It's as if she's always operating on a higher frequency. It's not just about intelligence or instinct, it's her refusal to be complacent. She understands that life is a game of chess, not checkers. Where others move impulsively, she's deliberate, thinking multiple steps ahead. This constant mental agility ensures she's never blindsided or unprepared, leaving everyone else scrambling to keep up. The Sigma female doesn't just participate in the game, she redefines it, often before anyone else even realizes the rules have changed. Number 3. The outsider advantage. Sigma females thrive on the edge of society's norms, refusing to conform to the herd mentality that binds most people. This outsider status isn't a limitation, it's their greatest strength. While others are entangled in groupthink, where decisions are clouded by collective bias, Sigma females stand apart, free to see the bigger picture with absolute clarity. They operate in a space untainted by the need for validation, giving them a unique and powerful perspective. Being on the outside allows them to question systems, challenge traditions, and see opportunities that are invisible to those trapped in conformity. Where the majority might stick to the safety of well-trodden paths, Sigma females carve their own way, often discovering solutions or innovations no one else could imagine. They don't just think outside the box. They never saw a box to begin with. This advantage often catches others off guard. Because Sigma females don't move within the predictable patterns of social hierarchies, their actions are harder to anticipate. They don't seek permission, and they don't ask for applause. This autonomy gives them the freedom to experiment, take calculated risks, and outmaneuver competitors who are too busy playing by outdated rules. What makes this edge even sharper is their ability to observe without being entangled. By standing apart, they can read group dynamics with surgical precision, understanding how others operate while remaining unshaken by the pressures that come with belonging. This balance of detachment and insight makes them both unpredictable and unstoppable. The outsider advantage isn't about rejection, it's about liberation. Sigma females aren't limited by what's normal or expected. Instead, they move with confidence and creativity, using their independence to turn every situation into an opportunity no one else saw coming. Number 4. They're the anti-heroes of leadership. Sigma females are the anti-heroes of leadership, breaking every traditional mold. They don't crave the spotlight or the applause that comes with being in charge. While alphas often lead loudly, relying on charisma and external validation, Sigma females quietly command respect through their actions, intelligence, and results. They lead not because they desire dominance, but because they're naturally equipped to do so. Their leadership is subtle yet powerful. They don't force people to follow them. People choose to because of their authenticity and competence. Instead of rallying the masses with grand speeches or superficial charm, they inspire through substance, delivering results, solving problems, and setting an example of independence and focus. Their approach is magnetic, not performative, which makes their influence even more profound. One of their strongest traits is their ability to lead from the shadows. They don't need the title or the recognition to get things done. In fact, they often prefer to operate behind the scenes, pulling the strings and orchestrating success without drawing unnecessary attention to themselves. This makes them unpredictable and at times underestimated, a mistake their rivals often regret. What sets Sigma females apart is their resilience and self-sufficiency. They don't need constant reinforcement or a cheering crowd to stay motivated. Their drive comes from within, and that internal strength allows them to make tough decisions, take calculated risks, and navigate challenges with unwavering confidence. In a world that often equates leadership with loudness, Sigma females are a refreshing contradiction. They prove that you don't need to shout to be heard or dominate to lead. Their quiet, understated power rewrites what it means to be a leader, turning substance, strategy, and self-awareness into an unstoppable force. Number 5. Their ambiguity is a strategic advantage. Sigma females are an enigma, and that ambiguity is one of their greatest strategic weapons. They defy labels, expectations, and stereotypes, making them almost impossible to predict. This unpredictability keeps opponents on edge, unable to anticipate their next move, and leaves allies intrigued, always wanting to understand more about what drives them. Their refusal to be easily defined is not a calculated facade, it's who they are. They don't conform to societal scripts or play roles designed for them, which means their actions are guided by their internal logic, not by what others expect. This ability to stay undefined is what gives them the upper hand. While others operate within predictable patterns or familiar archetypes, the Sigma female operates on her own terms, often leaving others scrambling to catch up. This ambiguity also serves to disarm those who try to challenge them. Opponents can't easily pinpoint their weaknesses because Sigma females rarely telegraph their thoughts or emotions. They are masters of balance, sometimes bold, sometimes reserved, approachable yet distant, collaborative yet fiercely independent. Their layered personality makes it nearly impossible for anyone to fully understand their strategy, giving them a psychological edge in any situation. For allies, this ambiguity is magnetic. They aren't just drawn to what a Sigma female does, but to how she does it. Her depth, unpredictability, and refusal to fit into neat categories make her endlessly fascinating. People are compelled to follow her not because they understand her completely, but because they trust her ability to navigate the unknown with clarity and confidence. In a world that craves certainty, the Sigma female's ambiguity isn't a flaw, it's a form of power. She moves like a shadow, unnoticed until it's too late, leaving her mark in ways no one saw coming. Number 6. They question systems, not just people. Sigma females don't waste their energy on trivial conflicts or petty rivalries. While others focus on challenging individuals, they set their sights on the bigger picture, dismantling flawed systems. For them, the problem is rarely about one person. It's about the structure that allows inefficiency, inequality, or mediocrity to thrive. Instead of engaging in surface-level battles, they dig deep to identify the root causes of dysfunction, often exposing issues others are too afraid or too complacent to address. This mindset makes them disruptors in the truest sense. They see the cracks in the foundation long before anyone else does, and instead of patching them up, they tear down what's broken and rebuild it better. Whether it's outdated workplace hierarchies, toxic social norms, or inefficient processes, Sigma females are unrelenting in their pursuit of systems that actually work. They don't challenge for the sake of rebellion. They challenge because they know things can and should be improved. What sets them apart is their ability to approach these changes with precision and strategy. They don't rush in guns blazing, they observe, analyze, and plan. Their detachment from groupthink allows them to see what others miss, and their independence gives them the freedom to act without fear of backlash or disapproval. This combination of vision and execution enables them to create lasting change rather than temporary fixes. Their approach is transformative rather than destructive. Sigma females aren't interested in tearing things down just to watch them burn. Their goal is progress, not chaos. They rebuild systems that empower, innovate, and inspire, leaving behind a legacy of betterment wherever they go. By questioning the structure instead of merely addressing the symptoms, they ensure that their impact isn't just felt, it's remembered. Number 7. They don't chase, they magnetize. Sigma females don't chase after things, whether it's opportunities, relationships, or success, because they don't have to. Their grounded energy, unshakable confidence, and self-sufficiency naturally draw what they need toward them. They're not the loudest in the room, nor are they desperately vying for attention. Instead, they exude a quiet but magnetic presence that makes people, ideas, and possibilities gravitate toward them. This isn't about arrogance or manipulation, it's about alignment. Sigma females know exactly who they are and what they stand for, and that clarity creates a force field of authenticity that's impossible to ignore. While others might scramble to prove their worth or chase fleeting trends, Sigma females remain steady, focused, and unapologetically themselves. That sense of calm and purpose is what makes them irresistible. Their refusal to chase also sends a powerful message. They value themselves enough to let the right things come naturally. They don't settle, compromise their standards, or waste energy on things that don't align with their goals. This makes their time, attention, and energy rare commodities, things others are eager to earn. The beauty of this magnetism lies in its effortlessness. Sigma females aren't playing games or employing tactics to gain attention. They don't seek external validation or bend to societal pressures. Instead, their independence and authenticity do the work for them. Whether it's attracting meaningful relationships, landing the perfect opportunity, or achieving success on their own terms, they draw it in because they embody exactly what they're looking for. It's not luck or chance. It's the power of being deeply rooted in who they are. Sigma females don't waste time chasing what's fleeting. They let their presence, focus, and authenticity act as a beacon, and what they truly need finds its way to them. Number 8. Adaptation over domination. Sigma. Females don't waste their energy trying to dominate or control every situation. They know life rarely works that way. Instead, they excel at adaptation, a skill that gives them an edge no amount of brute force can match. While others struggle to impose their will on chaotic circumstances, Sigma females thrive by flowing with the situation, finding opportunities where others see obstacles. Their ability to adapt stems from their sharp instincts and deep self-awareness. They don't approach life with a rigid plan or a need to control every variable. Instead, they embrace unpredictability, knowing that flexibility is often more powerful than dominance. When things don't go as expected, they don't panic or resist. They pivot. This adaptability allows them to stay ahead of the curve, no matter how chaotic the environment becomes. What makes their approach unique is their knack for turning challenges into advantages. Where others see setbacks, Sigma females see possibilities. They don't waste time lamenting what went wrong. They immediately shift their focus to what they can learn or leverage. This mindset not only keeps them calm under pressure, but also enables them to emerge from difficult situations stronger and more capable. Their ability to adapt doesn't mean they lack control. It means they control what matters most, themselves. They don't cling to rigid expectations or the need to dominate others. Instead, they master their emotions, reactions, and strategies, giving them the freedom to move fluidly through any situation. In a world that often glorifies dominance, Sigma females prove that true power lies in adaptability. By embracing change and chaos, they don't just survive, they innovate, thrive, and ultimately turn the tides in their favor. Their ability to adapt makes them unstoppable, no matter what life throws at them. Number 9. They don't network, they build alliances. Sigma females don't waste their time on superficial networking, swapping business cards and exchanging pleasantries just for the sake of it. They understand that true power lies in building meaningful, loyal alliances. These aren't just casual connections. They are deeply rooted relationships grounded in mutual respect, trust, and shared values. Sigma females aren't interested in quantity. They focus on quality, ensuring the people they align with have substance and integrity. What sets them apart is their ability to cultivate relationships that are built to last. They don't look for quick wins or temporary connections. Instead, they invest time and energy in people who align with their vision, values, and goals. Whether it's professional collaborators, close friends, or even mentors, the alliances they create are long-term and transformative, designed to amplify each other's strengths. Sigma females are excellent at recognizing the potential in others, and they know how to nurture that potential without relying on power dynamics. They create spaces where everyone's abilities are valued and uplifted, which fosters deep loyalty and respect. These alliances aren't about gaining favors or securing advantages, they're about mutual growth. Sigma females give as much as they receive, ensuring that those they align with are just as invested in the relationship as they are. In a world that often values transactional relationships, Sigma females stand out by focusing on true collaboration. Their alliances are not about climbing ladders or using people as stepping stones. They're about creating networks of support where everyone benefits. This approach makes them incredibly influential, not because of the number of people they know, but because of the depth of the connections they foster. Their alliances are powerful, dynamic, and lasting, turning individual successes into collective triumphs. Number 10. Legacy over spotlight. Sigma. Females aren't interested in fleeting moments of fame or the rush of immediate recognition. They understand that true success isn't measured by how loud your entrance is, but by the lasting imprint you leave behind. While others scramble for the spotlight, craving applause and admiration in the here and now, Sigma females focus on building something that transcends the moment. something that stands the test of time. For them, legacy isn't about making a splash today, it's about crafting something that will still matter tomorrow. They focus on creating value that outlasts their own presence, whether it's in their work, their relationships, or the systems they build. Instead of seeking validation in the form of awards or social media likes, they aim to leave behind a blueprint that others can follow, a story that continues to inspire long after they've moved on. What sets Sigma females apart is their ability to think beyond their immediate environment. They don't need to be the loudest voice in the room because they know that the most powerful influence is often the quietest. Their impact is measured in the changes they catalyze, the ideas they spark, and the paths they clear for others to follow. They build with intention, knowing that true fulfillment comes from creating something bigger than themselves. The irony is, the less they chase the spotlight, the more they end up in it. Their focus on long-term goals and lasting contributions often results in a reputation that speaks for itself, without the need for self-promotion. Sigma females know that real power isn't about shining in the moment. It's about crafting a legacy that endures, proving that their impact was never about being seen, but about being remembered for what they built. In the end, Sigma females are a force of nature, quietly powerful, fiercely independent, and relentlessly forward-thinking. They don't seek validation, don't play by conventional rules, and certainly don't follow the crowd. Instead, they redefine what it means to lead, to innovate, and to succeed. Their influence is subtle yet profound, built on a foundation of authenticity, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. While others chase fame or fortune, Sigma females focus on leaving a legacy that speaks for itself, one that transcends time and trends. Their ability to thrive outside of traditional structures, to build deep, meaningful alliances, and to create opportunities instead of waiting for them makes them the true architects of their own world. They don't need the spotlight to shine. They create their own path and light the way for others in the process. Sigma females teach us that real power lies not in how loud we are, but in how deeply we impact the world around us. So, while others may chase the fleeting applause of today, Sigma females will continue to build empires that last, silently shaping the future with every step. In the quiet of their genius, they remind us all that true strength isn't about being seen, it's about being remembered. If you've enjoyed diving into the world of Sigma females and want to explore more empowering content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you found this valuable, and feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. And of course, share this with anyone who might need a little extra inspiration. Thanks for being here, and stay tuned for more.